Hello, BookTube. Perhaps the most apropos question to start 2024 is, have you been checked for STDs lately? I refer, of course, to the Steve Tiberius Donoghue Book Club, where you are infected every month. In 2023, I started the Steve Tiberius Donoghue Book Club, and I had a blast. And a number of you seemed to like it too. It was a lot of fun. It got sidetracked for a couple of reasons and then winked out completely at the end of the year, but I would like to revive it in 2024 and read a whole bunch of good books together. It won't be the only read together thing that I do. I want to do a whole bunch of read-alongs and read-alouds, where I read the entire text of a book to you with numerous obnoxious interpolations. I want to do all of that, but I definitely want the Steve Tiberius Donoghue Book Club to be involved again. So it's time to reinfect yourself for February. I want to give you plenty of time and advance warning. We'll be dealing with a hefty work of biography. So get it from your library, find it really cheap. Don't pay any more than $5 for it. Definitely, I can look for it as well for you if you want a copy. For February of 2024, to kick off the Steve Tiberius Donoghue Book Club, we are going to be reading this, a 2001 biography by the great Antonia Fraser, perhaps my favorite living biographer. And this is her book, Marie Antoinette, The Journey. This is what we're reading for February. This is a 450-page biography of Marie Antoinette, who's famous, although not known. Most people know of her, but only the most that they can know about her is that she was beheaded, and that once upon a time she said, "Let them eat cake." Maybe you're familiar with the movie. There was a movie that was largely based on this book. Antonia Fraser was welcome on the set and was often there to confer with the showrunners and the story people. But this is terrific. And goes into, of course, great detail on Marie Antoinette. So since it's 450 pages, that's about 400 and change, 100 and change pages a week. So for the first week of February, for your February STD infection, you are going to want to read the first 100 and something pages of this book. Those of you who have not read Antonia Fraser should be advised that that will not be uphill. That will not be an uphill task. She's a very, very good writer. I don't think you'll find it a trouble at all to add those 110 pages to your first week in February. And I thought I would give you just a thumbnail, very basic thumbnail that we'll be filling in. Marie Antoinette, despite the fact that she's perhaps one of the most famous women ever to rule France, was not French. She was the daughter of the Empress Maria Theresa. She's Austrian. She was born in 1755, affianced to the royal court of France, and in 1774 she became queen. And was queen with her feckless husband for 20 years almost. The French Revolution happened in 1789, and that was the beginning of the end. There was, I don't think, any serious doubt how that picture would end, but Marie did have doubts about that. She was a fighter. And that's another aspect of her personality that is not currently well known, not well known outside of people who read about her. Given who her mother is, you could hardly be surprised by that fact. But she tried hard to avoid the fate that I think was written on the wall. And in 1793, well shy of 40, she met that fate. She was beheaded. So that is those are the rough parameters of the stories that we will be filling in the course of February. We'll learn all about the world and the nuances of this famous figure. So if you have not read this book, you're in for a treat, I think. And I hope that you'll join. I hope that you'll come along. I have a number of possibilities floating around in the mind for what the Steve Tiberius Donoghue Book Club will include in 2024. This video is mainly just a heads up to let you know what book to procure at your library, interlibrary loan, or whatnot, and when to do it. If interlibrary loan takes a long time, or if you want to get it from your library, you probably don't want to do it right away. You probably want to give yourself time so that you can launch in February. I wanted this video to be a heads up for what we'll be reading in February, and also a heads up that the Steve Tiberius Donoghue Book Club has returned. So best to stock up on iodine. So we'll be kicking that off in February. I have a few other announcement videos I want to make about a few other things, but this will do for now. I'm hoping that you all join me. We had a lot of fun in 2023, and I've got a lot of good books in store. I hope that you will enjoy them all. So I'll wrap this up for now. and I'll be back. Thank you, BookTube.